Next up, we have Try This, Monster Cat release by Pegboard Nerds, I think, from Just Shapes and Beats, and I think also featured in Rocket League, is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever channel you use, like the video, share the video, comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server, the gaming channel, how to request songs if you're not on the live stream, members getting early access to the content. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things at the end of this video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screens right now, so go ahead and pause the video to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitarded, so please keep that in mind. With that, let's do this. Try this. Let's go. Okay, so we start with what seems to be an older recording of this very cool orchestral buildup. We have, bunch of strings. Basically, the string orchestra is on percussion. The orchestra, of course, being the largest ensemble that we have right now, especially if you include something like a chorus, right? So we're having this primarily the strings. You have two sections of violins, one section of viola, cellos, and double basses. We have now a cowbell, some sort of build-up, and I think we're about to start. Let's see where this goes. Okay, so now we switch over to a more jazz fusion kind of thing. Yeah, this is the one we did. So we're having this going on. We're having the drums and bass giving us this very nice rhythm, nice very beat that we have. And then we have the lower brass giving us this really cool ascending ba-ba-ba-bam kind of thing, which might be our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. So yeah, I don't know if we're no longer taking requests. So let's see where this goes, because I think we're having some trumpets doing a call and response. So we're doing a call and response. Call and response being a musical conversation where you have, it doesn't matter, this is the last one of the day. So, call and response, musical conversation, when you have one side doing one thing, then another does something else in response. Right now, we are having the lower brass, so it would be the tuba, the trombones, giving us a ba-ba-ba-bam. And then, higher up, we're having the trumpets doing a response. Let's see where this goes. Oh, so yeah, we have the trumpets doing the call, and then the high brass doing the call, the low brass doing the response. So I had it backwards. So yeah, we have the motif, and it's basically a two-part thing. We could say that both of them are the motif. Let's see where this goes. French horns in the middle, playing some chords. Okay, so we do a little bit of harmonization there. By the way, the French horns being these ones over here. These ones over here, the ones with the slide, those are the trombones. The big ones are the tubas, and then the smaller ones are the trombones. So now we do a little bit of harmonization. I blanked there for a second. I was freaking brained, right? So, harmonization, of course, being counterpoint, parallel motion in thirds or sixths. So let me break this down, right? Counterpoint being the study, the art of melodies, how they are, how they develop, how they interact with one another, usually in the context of having two or more at the same time, how the different individual melodies interact. These are usually measured in motion. Motion is going to be the different types of interactions, one of which is parallel motion. Parallel motion means that both melodies are doing the same musical idea from a different starting point. Usually it's a melodic idea from a different starting point, and then this is determined by the interval. An interval is the distance between notes. So let's take, for example, the key of C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. So, the way intervals work is that you take your point of reference, let's say in the key of C major, let's take C, it would be our first or our root, and then you just start counting numbers on the distance of what you have. So you have C as number 1, your root, your first, then you have D a second above, E a third above, F A fourth, G fifth, A sixth, B seventh, and then C again becomes the octave. This is where the term octave comes from. It's when a note is repeated upper or lower, higher or lower in the range of the instrument, and you can also count the range, the different intervals downwards as well. So C could be your first, your root, and then a second down could be B, a third down A, fourth down G, fifth down F, so on and so forth. So harmonization is going to be usually in thirds or sixths, which means you're going to be doing some parallel motion in either thirds or sixths. So parallel motion, for example, in octaves, we can have that. But if then we decide to bring it into the harmonization, then we just do it in parallel thirds or parallel sixths, which we can just flip the C up here and then we get a sixth, right? There we go. So, Crunchy, welcome today. How you doing? So we're doing that. We're having a synth doing the harmonization there. Really cool. Let's see where this goes. Another synth adding texture there. Everything calms down. New beat from the drums and bass. Trumpets slowly building. Trumpets now doing what is called an elongation of the motif. Elongation being a way that you can develop your material in which you play a slower version of something you've done before. Usually your motif, which is what we are doing over here. We're just holding down those low notes for longer. Let's see where this goes. Okay, we have a synth here, the like whoop whoop bass giving us some syncopation. Some syncopation over here. Syncopation being when you play against the beat or against your drums or against your metronome, which is what we're hearing over here with this one. Going over here. Let's see where this goes. Build up and... on your sides, mister. Okay, we drop the beat, first engaging in some rhythmic displacement. Rhythmic displacement, as the name suggests, is when you're displacing the rhythm by either pushing down something so that it sounds later, rushing something so that it sounds earlier, or engaging in silence, so you're cutting something off to achieve either of the effects. In this case, we are using it as a way to drop the beat. Now, dropping the beat follows a similar structure as cadence. When you're making music, you're doing one of two things. You are building tension or you're resolving that tension. That point in between we call the cadence. Now, when you drop the beat, same thing. So, rhythmic displacement, in this case, the way that it worked, is that we pushed down when the resolution happens. We ended up replacing it with a bass and a vocal sample, and what that did is that it took this void that we had, then creates extra phantom tension that then makes the resolution or dropping the beat that much more pronounced. And Joke Official, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mosh Pit. Welcome today. Look at that. We're now being officially followed by humor. I am no longer... This channel is no longer acceptable in Germany. Anyway, let's see where this goes. So, okay. Yeah, we drop the beat and we are doing the motif with more focus on the bass. Let's see where this goes. Oh, okay. We switch the trumpets for a synth, the higher one, and we switch what used to be the low brass with the whoop whoop bass that you get from dubstep. It's so simple. And it works so well. Let's see where it goes. Gonna refill my water bottle. Sorry, Germany, don't be. Look, never apologize to the Germans. You know, like, you understand German humor, right? It's no laughing matter. So, just never apologize to the Germans. Let's see where this goes. Harmonized. A little bit of elongation right there. There's the trumpets, and... Okay, we bring a new variation, and... I think we might... We're doing a new variation over here, and we're doing an elongation, where we're doing a partial elongation, where what we are doing, basically we are having the melody Basically the melody is what? So we're having ba 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 bum bum bum. So we are doing a retrograde. A retrograde being when you play something backwards, and we are taking the moment over here. So we're doing a partial retrograde and elongation. So we are taking this over here and we are flipping it backwards, and instead of having this bit over here, instead of just having all of these notes over here, we are elongated the first note. So now we are holding this one, and the little pa-pa-pa is happening a little bit later. And that's what we're doing over here. Oh boy, let's see where this goes. Oh, hell yeah! J-Man, and I take humor very serious. I know! Super original. Welcome to the head one. Nice. Little break over there. Ooh. Off the ramp we go. Okay, so off the ramp we go. Off the ramp being a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial, by that I mean there's no official academic definition for this, or at least I'm choosing not to use it for the sake of simplicity. And off the ramp is what I call a particular type of transition that makes your listener feel suspended up in the air at the mercy of inertia, waiting to see where you land, kind of like going off a ramp. How do you do this? Remove the drums, maybe the bass as well. In this case, we remove the bassy percussion, and we have this lighter percussion. We have now done an elongation of the motif, very elongated. We're bringing the orchestral elements back so that we can build up to something later. Let's see where this goes. New rhythm. Trumpets are slowly coming in. Synths doing now another variation. Oh. And just like that, we bring back the original motif. More pronounced trumpets there, nice. Just like there, glad you're listening to this. It's really cool, yeah. Really fun, a couple of extra bits of extra texture there. Drum variations, build up. Build up. Okay, so when it comes to electronic music, a lot of the times you can tell there's a build up because there is a note, a single synth usually, that has a note that its entire purpose is to do this. Like, that's the whole point. It doesn't really follow the melody, it doesn't really follow the chords, but the whole point of this melody is to indicate that the buildup is happening, and then you have the dropping of the beat. It's such a fun thing to see. I find it funny because usually when it comes to your cadence and whatnot, you need to like think about the chords and like build that expectation, build that tension, you know, like I build the tension to go back here. If I do this in the chords, I'm trying to go, you know, so that I can go back. But in this case, we just take a synth with a sound. It starts on point A, it ends on point B, and the whole point is for it to give us that steady increase and builds up so that we can drop the beat. And we're having the rhythmic variations on the bass anyway. More build up, more texture, elements, drums, speed up, and rhythmic displacement. One more run. And now we're doing both the lower brass and the higher brass, but we're also including the whoop whoop bass that we get from this, and we are just doing whatever variations we can because we're dropping the beat. Let's see where this goes. Oh, extra duration there. Nice. Harmony. Harmonization. Sorry. There's a trumpet there. Oh, this is the retrograde variation. Retrograde variation. How are you gonna end this? Okay, we end up with a variation. Or using the variation. How are you gonna end this? One more and one more build up. And we reach that final chord. We let the energy dissipate, and there you have it. That was so much fun. I like this ain't the double spin that we're doing because we did the jam and shred for this one as well, but my god, this was so much fun. There you have it. That was Try This Monster Cat release by Pegboard Nerds, a drum step featured in Just Shapes and Beats and maybe Rocket League as well, is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever channel you use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server. That's where everything gets announced first, whether it's the streams going live, the videos going up to channels, updates, projects, giveaways, everything gets announced there first. Of course, we have the community there. We hang out, we chat, we steal memes from other people's servers, claim them as our own, and where I host the Vintage Story community server. This used to be a Minecraft mod, now it's its own standalone game. I love it, I prefer it. I'm not sponsored by them, although I wish I was. I love the game to the point that I built a PC just to host the server for it, by the way. The server is accessible via our Discord, my Discord server, so linked in the description. Join the community today and become a member of our Discord today. What is your wisdom? Don't lock yourself in your apartment if you do not leave your keys in your house. I will give you a life hack after this that will you know what? I'll give you right now. If you have one of those chain locks, that you can, chain the house in, and you live alone, put your keys on that chain. That way, when you remove the chain, you have to take your keys with you. And that way you don't lock yourself in. You don't lock yourself out, you lock yourself in. And you can't leave without your keys. Anyway, so, yeah, the Discord server. Also share these videos with everybody that you know. Use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that. So link in the description to help the channel grow. Musicians, artists on YouTube or elsewhere. This is an open invitation. If you want any of my musical skills for any of your projects, reach out, let me know. Let's work together, let's collaborate, let's make stuff, right? And if you're in the audience and you know somebody that you would like me to collaborate with, reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone. Please do not spam anyone. Be cool about things. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays. And if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting it, if you want to listen to this without me interrupting it every 3.5 seconds, I'll be linking in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. It has the instructions what to do. If you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim from Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. We stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick so that you can tune in from whichever platform you prefer. Again, 6 p.m. Central Europe. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. So, if you live in La Angostura, and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. Just go to Discord or Twitch, and it's going to show in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. Have a gaming channel, because of course I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. Recorded live during the main channel's after show. We play some video games. We played through Just Shapes and Beats. We are playing through Limbus Company. Every game that we play, basically, it just ends up here with the VODs. So, linked in the description, or just search on YouTube, same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And, yeah, there you have it. Try this, Pegboard Nerds, Just Shapes and Beats. Really fun stuff, dude. That was really fun, man. Really, really good stuff. But, yeah, let's move on.